Okay, good morning vlog. It is currently 7:30 a.m. I literally, after the video I made last night at 6 or 6:30, I knocked out. And I woke up around 10. I looked at my phone and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna totally fuck up my sleep schedule now because I just got 4 hours of sleep too early, basically. But then I fell asleep again and I didn't wake up until 7. So, needless to say, I was tired and I needed that. So today we're ready to conquer the day. But I would say I slept pretty good. I was out pretty much. I noticed the noise when I woke up, but it didn't bother me while I was asleep. Yeah, it was fine, honestly. I was chilling. I have reservations for breakfast at 8:30 at Lafayette Cafe, which has these viral croissants, but I'm hoping to get some real food too, and then I'll try the croissants. You know, I'm still kind of figuring out the subway. I think I got it. It's actually not that difficult, but it's a 25-minute distance, I guess. I might just explore what's around there too while I'm there. And I also have tickets for Aladdin tonight. What? Yeah, I got them last night while I was at Times Square. I'm really hungry. I'm ready for some caffeine. So I'm gonna start getting ready. I made reservations just because I wanted to have seating option. I'm starting to bring my portable charger where I go just in case. But yeah. So this is my fit check. I know this money belt kind of ruins everything, but I have to wear it just because I want to keep my stuff safe. And it's cold out, so I'm just wearing my jacket. And yeah, and then I'm just wearing the same boots because I only brought these. Good so far, thank you. Thank you. Once again, apologies for the gum chewing. I'm annoying myself.
Not right now.
Krispy Kreme. No way. Oh my god. I made it to the theater, guys. About to see Aladdin. I don't know what it is. Welcome to the little debrief of the day. I made reservations to this place called Lafayette Bakery. Although I got a reservation, it was not crowded at all, but I got my croissant and coffee first because they said they don't serve the bakery items. So I got those and then they seated me. It was a really nice place, but it was a little awkward because there was no one there. The servers were just kind of standing around. So every time I took a sip of my water, they would come and refill it. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like that's not necessary, but I appreciated the service. I ended up getting a egg, cheese, bacon sandwich on brioche, I think. And then obviously I got the chocolate croissant and I got a latte. I needed that coffee, let me say. The sandwich was really good. I didn't eat much of the vegetables. I did try them though, but whatever dressing there was on there, I didn't like it. It was too much, too bitter. And then I tried that croissant, and immediately when I saw the croissant, I was like, whoa, why does it kind of resemble me a little bit? But no, I was just, obviously that's a joke. I ate it and obviously I knew the croissant was different because of how it looked, but I didn't realize the filling would be different than a normal chocolate croissant, and the filling was different. Not in a bad way. It was just not what I was expecting, but it was still really, really good, and I ate that right up too. And then I was just gonna see like what was around because I didn't really have any plans, but I realized really quickly that not much is open at 9 in the morning in New York City. So I was just kind of wandering around for a long time. I knew the one thing I wanted to find was a vintage clothing store, and there were a bunch of them right around the same area, but they were all open at like 11. So I was just wandering around trying to find anything that was open, and I ended up going to a Target for a little bit. Like I was just walking around. Eventually, I was so tired of walking that I was like, and I was so tired in general, and I also needed to pee. So I was like, let me just go to another cafe and just get some coffee. 2 cups of coffee, not my strongest suit, but you know what? I need it today. Okay, I need it. So I went and I got a vanilla latte, and I also asked for water, and then I used the bathroom, and then I just sat there for like 40 minutes. I got there at like 10:20. I sat there until it was like 11, and I was like, okay, finally the vintage stores are open. I went to probably at least 5 of them. They were all within like a 5-minute walk of each other. The one that I really liked, I ended up getting 4 things from there, and I didn't get anything from anywhere else, which is crazy because I tried on like 15 different things. When I walked in, I was like, oh yeah, this is my place. So I gathered so much clothes, and the dude was like, oh, it's only 4 items at a time. I was like, that's just fine. I went in and out. I tried on all of this stuff. Luckily, I was really only happy with 4, and I was picky with myself, and I'll do a haul when I'm done talking. And then I went to one more vintage shop, which was called New York City Thrift, something like that. And they had really cool stuff too, but I was like, man, I just spent so much money. I can't get anything else. And also, like, they were even more expensive than the vintage store I had just gone to. And then I, like, shopped around a little bit more. There was, like, a goth store I wanted to check out, but they weren't exactly what I wanted. They had just mostly women's stuff, which was fine. But I did end up getting a bracelet from there because it replaced one that I used to have that looked very similar. I realized it was like 1 o'clock by then. So I was like, you know what? I haven't eaten lunch. I'm not super hungry, but I know I should eat something, but I'm not hungry for a meal. So I remember seeing this one place that looked really good, had really good reviews, and they had these like cheese goddess buns, and it was what I showed in the video, but it's like, almost like a waffle filled with cheese on a like popsicle stick. That's basically what it is. It's like a 15-minute walk from where I was, but on the way there was a bunch of like tents lined up and little like tables with little shops, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cute." And I like walked up to a few and looked at things, and they were all just so nice, and I was just like, I really enjoyed those, honestly. The only thing I ended up getting was the scarf that you see after that, and I got that scarf, and that lady was super nice too. And then I wore it the rest of the day. And once I put it on, I was like, I just felt like, oh my gosh, I feel like such a local right now. And I was just thinking that to myself because I was like, wow, I really like, I don't know, I just feel it. Like, I don't know. But obviously, I'm sure so many people think that way. And obviously, I'm sure everyone could tell I was a tourist. So, just trying to put that out there. But also, there was a Barnes and Noble. And by then, I had to pee again. So I was like, they'll probably have one. And I went in, there's literally 4 stories in that Barnes and Noble. 4 stories. And so obviously I didn't buy any books because literally there's a Barnes and Noble everywhere, but it was fun to look at. And so then I kept walking and I finally got to the place that had the cheese goddess bun thing. I walked in, it was like a really tiny little place, but there was no one there. The lady there was super nice, She was like, please have a seat. Well, she made it. And then I ate it in there because I was like, it was nice to sit down. It was pretty good. Honestly, I wish there was more cheese in it because a lot of it was just like the waffle-ish part until I got to like the bottom half of it. Then I tasted more of the cheese, so I wish there was more cheese. But other than that, it was really good. After that, I was carrying my big bag around everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, I need to just go back. And I was gonna walk, but then I was like, dang, I just walked here. I've been walking all day, all morning. So I just took the subway. The subway dropped me off at that same place I went yesterday that had that bakery, but I didn't see this part of it. There was like so many more shops and places. And I saw Krispy Kreme. And I was like, oh my God, I've never had Krispy Kreme. I need to find out if it's crispy. So I went and I bought myself like a cheap donut, and I still have it. I haven't eaten it yet, but I get to try Krispy Kreme. Like, what the heck? And I also bought a big bottle of water, which was like literally $7, which is crazy. And then I finally walked back here and I took a little break for a while. I think I spent like maybe an hour here just because like I was so tired and my head hurt so bad, so bad. I don't know why my head hurt so bad. I don't know if I was getting acclimated to like all the new sensory input or whatever, but it hurt so bad. And I was like, dang, I forgot to bring my Tylenol. I realized I didn't really eat lunch. I had that goddess bun thing, but that's not really food. And I didn't feel hungry, but like every other sign of my body was saying I was hungry except for my stomach. So like maybe I need to eat dinner. By now it was like 5, and I haven't eaten it since breakfast, and then that one goddess bun thing. And I was like, okay, I have Aladdin at 8. By right now it's like 5. So I have a couple of hours, but let me go somewhere that's like on the way. So I went to this place I had saved called Burgerology, I think. I got myself a chicken sandwich and fries. I know it sounds basic, but you know what? I like what I like. And it was really good. It was really hot at first, so that's why in the video it doesn't look like I'm enjoying it. But after it cooled down, it was really good. The fries came up with this garlic aioli sauce. I think that's what it's called. And that was so good. Mwah, chef's kiss, man. I usually don't like sauce, but that was so good. I really liked that. And the servers were really quick. I was out of there by 6:30. So I was like, dang, I still have a lot of time. I got the cheap tickets at the Aladdin box office. Let me just go to all the box offices. Not all of them, but a fair amount of them. So I went to the Chicago box office, Cabaret box office, Wicked box office, which was obviously super expensive, and Book of Mormon box office. They were closed, so I would have to come back. There was another one that was closed too, and MJ the Musical box office. MJ the Musical box office ended up being the cheapest ticket that they had. I got it. So not tomorrow, but Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm seeing MJ the Musical. I honestly don't know much about that musical, but I've heard good things and it sounds interesting. And it sounds fun to like try something I've never experienced before just to see. And from there, I spent like an hour probably going to each box office because there are like at least 10 minutes apart from each other, some of them. So by then I was like, okay, it's like 7:20. I should probably head to the theater where Aladdin is playing. So I did, and I got there right at 7:30, and I got in just fine. I got to my seat just fine. I felt so bad because my freaking long legs barely fit. And so the people in front of me like kept knocking her head on my knees. So the whole show I was like slanting my knees to the side because I felt so bad. Aladdin, I know the story, but some things were different, which makes sense because you can't do everything the exact same. But new songs, new characters, just a little bit of a twist on how things happen. Like things happen differently, I guess. But oh my god, the biggest thing I have to say is the outfits were amazing. Oh my god, I know I had really high up seats, but I could see them sparkle so brightly from where I was. And the other thing that weirdly really impressed me was when the genie first came out and he rubbed the lamp, he came out like literally in a spiral of smoke. And I was like, oh my god, that was so cool. Anyway, like transitions like that really blew me away. The outfits blew me away. Obviously, it's Broadway. It was amazing. But those two things, especially, like I was in awe. Man, that show was good. That show was really good. I wish I had brought my glasses, but I could see pretty well. Like things sparkled. So that was really good. After that, I was going to take the subway home, but I was like, you know what? I still feel energized, you know? And when I walked out of the theater, it was 10 p.m. I was expecting it to be dark. I knew I'm in the city, but it just didn't occur to me that I would walk out and get the shining bright light as if the sun's out. But the lights were that bright that even though it was pitch black out, it was like all the lights made it super bright. So that surprised me. And then it was like a 25-minute walk here. And now here we are. I'm going to do a little haul and then I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Don't have any plans yet. So we're just playing it by ear. Yeah. Obviously, you guys saw this scarf that I got earlier. I like how like thick it is, like wide. So, and it's really comfortable. These, which are very similar to the ones I was wearing yesterday, I know, but they fit really nicely and yeah. And then I don't have enough dark jeans and I definitely don't have any this style. So I got these and they fit pretty nicely too. Kind of basic, kind of simple, but it's cute. This sweater. I've been really getting into sweaters, so I'm really glad I found these. My Krispy Kreme donut, which I'll try, the bracelet. That's it.